Alright, welcome back to W2K15 Universe. I am Jitch and you are watching Monday Night Raw. Whoa, this is quiet. The hell? Okay, I'm gonna fix the audio, so I'm sorry if this is really loud all of a sudden.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, weighing 241 pounds, the world heavyweight champion, Edge.
Hopefully that's an okay volume. Sorry about that. I don't know how that happened. Anyway, so we got a big reveal kicking off Raw. The draft has been, the draft is done, and ladies and gentlemen, the World Championships have changed places. Edge is back on Monday Night Raw, and I think he dodged a bullet because, as you saw in the closing moments of SmackDown, The Rock is headed to SmackDown with a WWE Championship opportunity, and here's another superstar joining the Raw roster.
From Chicago, Illinois, weight 218 pounds,
I believe this was actually one of the draft picks that happened during the show. Was that not? Oh, no, it didn't. Sorry, this was one of the post ones as well. Okay, well, CM Punk, in spite of Paul Heyman's efforts to invest in this man as much as humanly possible, the draft knows no mercy. And so Paul Heyman has lost someone that he has invested a lot of belief into. And instead, we are now going to kick off Monday Night Raw with a classic. I believe it was back in Season 2 that these two had quite a lengthy rivalry, actually, as a matter of fact. And at one point, we're even teaming up. I think that led to them then feuding even more. The CM Punk coming to Raw claims that Edge has something he wants, and he is going to stop at nothing to get it. So here tonight are two of our many top superstars here on Raw, set to face off against each other. And for those that are curious about the post-draft happenings, I believe the unanimous vote from people was to not announce it, so we'll just be kind of seeing them make their appearances here. I probably won't make it all like mystery people in the match cards. It'll probably be more like, you know, and coming up next, this guy makes his move to Raw or something like that, you know. I will say, just for the sake of discussion, because I think it's an important one to disclose, Dean Ambrose has not been separated from the Shield. The Shield were all drafted to SmackDown, so the WWE and WWE Tag Team Championships are back on Friday nights, and the World Heavyweight and World Tag Team Championships are here on Raw. And one thing that is historic about that draft exchange is that for the first time ever since we started back in 2009 Survivor Series, Undertaker is a part of Monday Night Raw, no longer on Friday Night SmackDown. Of course, Kane makes his return to Raw as well. The World Tag Team titles are back on the brand that aesthetically they fit on. Why are they chanting boring? It's Punk versus Edge. What do you mean boring? You're boring. We got a big main event coming your way here tonight. Cody Rhodes has been tasked with finding a tag team partner tonight to try and become contender for the World Tag Team Championships at Extreme Rules. Cody Rhodes and a partner of his choosing will face off against Evolution, not Randy Orton. This will be Triple H and Batista competing in this tag team match. They want another opportunity at the Tag Team Championships, and Cody Rhodes obviously has a beef with Evolution, and obviously I can now confirm with that as well. Another draft pick, which is that Triple H has been drafted to Raw. Evolution is complete on Monday nights, and I feel like that is the opposite of what Cody Rhodes wanted, considering what happened to Cody at WrestleMania and on the road to WrestleMania. So we got a very eventful matches coming your way here tonight, including as well one match I'm really looking forward to, which we'll be seeing later on tonight. A legendary rivalry, I suppose you could say, in this series, revisited for one night only. Booker T going up against John Cena, #1 contenders match for Edge's World Heavyweight Championship. The winner gets a shot at Extreme Rules. And of course, John Cena, the former champion, I'm sure he'd love an opportunity to reclaim his World Heavyweight Championship. But coming here to Raw, that rematch clause is out the window. The same championship might be on here, but this is a fresh start for these superstars. And Cena is undeniably a top-ranked superstar, but he's going to have to get through Booker T tonight if he wants a World Heavyweight title opportunity. And let's not forget that Booker was very much in the running to become WWE champion not that long ago. And there's the Edge-o-matic cover attempt. And okay, I thought that was actually through. I was going to say that was a very abrupt ending for this one. Clothesline by Edge drops down CM Punk, and it's no surprise to see the World Heavyweight Champion really giving it all he's got. Obviously, Punk beats Edge here tonight. I'd say he deserves an opportunity against the winner of Booker versus Cena. That's my personal take on that one. Very unintentionally that Edge and Punk are actually matching gears tonight, and a kick out by Edge. It's a competitive match to start off Monday nights. It's something you can expect a lot of in Season 5. Something I really like about this new season. And Edge calling for CM Punk to get to his feet, looking for his finish move, and the spear reversed into a neck breaker. Very smooth. CM Punk picking Edge up to his feet. Is he going to go for the go to sleep? No, okay. I really thought for a minute there we were going to see Punk go for his go to sleep finisher, but no. Punk taking Edge into the corner, and now he's going to... Okay, interesting. I thought maybe he was going to go for his running knee into the short arm clothesline. Instead, CM Punk going up to the top, and Edge getting up a little too fast for Punk's liking. CM Punk had a great showing at WrestleMania against Andre the Giant, but undeniably, there is some investment in CM Punk coming into tonight's Raw, and that is why he has been given the honors of competing against the World Heavyweight Champion in what is both of their first matches here on Monday nights. Good DDT by Edge brings down CM Punk. And stomps on the back there. Edge really having a hard time putting CM Punk away, surprisingly. This match gone longer than I was anticipating initially. Also, useless comment, but for those who are wondering and maybe didn't answer or whatever on Raw, didn't know the answer, that Raw logo, that faint Raw logo in the top left of the apron, that was actually in 14. It was just that the texture was so low quality you couldn't see it. But yes, that was actually there. I went back and had a little glimpse for it when I was editing and uploading at the end of Season 4. Which, by the way, is still being uploaded, which is crazy. I believe the day I'm recording this, what is next up? Let me have a look here. The day I'm recording this is when the second to last SmackDown of Season 4 will be going up. So I'm pretty far ahead at the moment, to be honest. I don't know if I'll be able to keep this up, so I'm going to keep recording them just in case, because I imagine there'll be times where I can't be this on top of my game, so I might as well enjoy it whilst it's here. Okay, very awkward exchange going on here. This match going long tonight between Edge and CM Punk. I mean, I guess it's no surprise, really. As I said, these are definitely two top stars on the Raw roster. And Edge cross-body on the CM Punk into the cover. Is that going to be enough at this point in the match? No. I mean, it could have been. It definitely could have been. I'd have believed that as the finish. Execution DDT. Center of the ring. And Edge going straight for the cover. That's got to be it. That has to be the end of this match. There you go. I guess Edge just isn't doing the spear anymore in Season 5. I don't think he's won with that once. He's been in 3 matches so far. I mean, he lost the first one. Well, the World Heavyweight Champion feeling very confident in himself in his first match back on Monday Night's Raw officially. I mean, he was here on Raw last week. He took a surprisingly fast loss to Dean Ambrose last week. But this week he bounces back with a great competitive opener. And I feel like him and CM Punk both letting it be known that they are here. My favorite Michael Cole. As we move on, up next, Bryce Walker faces... Well, you'll see.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from New York, Bryce Walker.
Well, it's a new season, and that means a new start for Bryce Walker, or so he hopes. This guy, obviously a former European champion, didn't come out of WrestleMania with the championship back in his possession by any means, but, you know, there is a new roster here, and Bryce has remained on Raw. He's one of the few that was not drafted, so he's still here on Monday nights, and he's going to be holding down the fort, gatekeeping, so to speak. And you know what, Bryce? Sometimes I don't endorse your actions. I don't even want to name who you're up against here tonight. You can scroll down if anyone's curious, or you can just wait. Not that long of a wait. But I will say this. Please, please win tonight, Bryce. I'm begging you, man. Please win. The natural Bryce Walker, everybody. In his second season on the Raw roster. And, oh, God, here he comes. I wish this was a joke. I wish this was a joke.
Approaching the ring, accompanied by General Adnan. From Paris Island, South Carolina, weighing 300 pounds, Sergeant Slaughter.
I'll be honest, guys, I don't know what's worse. The fact that this guy somehow got drafted from NXT here to Raw, or the fact that he's brought company with him. This loser, this absolute suck of a person, has partners now. General Adnan and Colonel Mustafa. Adnan, of course, the manager of the two, whilst Slaughter and Mustafa will more be serving as the tag team of this trio. The Triangle of Terror, not the Death Triangle, that's a completely different group, but the Triangle of Terror are officially a part of Monday nights, and this is actually a callback match here for those of you that weren't around or don't remember, which I wouldn't blame you. Season 4 was Bryce Walker's debut. He went up against Sergeant Slaughter, and he lost in his debut match on NXT to Slaughter. So this is about redemption here tonight for Bryce Walker, as he goes one-on-one with Slaughter again. Of course, Bryce Walker, a much more developed star since back then, whereas Sergeant Slaughter is, well, he was very much the bottom of the barrel over on NXT, which is why I'm so surprised this guy got drafted to Raw. But that's the thing about a randomizer, right? You never know who's going to get drafted where. Raw, of course, the tag team division, I guess, needs a little more fleshing out, and unfortunately, that does imply the inclusion of this guy being added to it. Of course, Bryce Walker right now not focused on the tag division, but I will say this, his former tag team partner, Wolfe Kessler, is, again, if you scroll down, you can see this, he is scheduled to debut here on Raw tonight. Wolfe Kessler is officially a part of Raw, so maybe we could see a reunion down the line, or perhaps they'll stay solo, I don't know, but Wolfe Kessler set to face off against another returning Raw superstar from the draft, Sheamus. That's coming your way just before our main event tonight, so that should be very interesting. Sheamus really had a rough end to Season 5. He was losing endlessly over on SmackDown. Bryce looks like he's been really putting in some work there, looking a little more chiseled than I remember him. Good drop toe hold there. And I'll tell you what, Bryce Walker is a perfect example of why sometimes size isn't necessarily that important. You know, Sergeant Slaughter, he's a little bit bigger than Bryce Walker. Bryce, obviously, about 5.5 foot. He's definitely one of the smaller superstars on Raw, but with that comes definitely, I'd say, a honed craft in technical prowess. You know, this guy is very, very good at using that size to his advantage, finding a way out of anything, and I think here tonight we're going to really see Bryce Walker put Sergeant Slaughter to the test, and I would like to see a victory for Walker tonight, truthfully, but obviously I don't really get to call the shots on that one. We'll see what happens. I don't like to believe this. Pen to paper already. Oh, I couldn't even speak for a second there. Drops it flat on his neck, and that somehow busts him open. Sergeant Slaughter dropped Bryce Walker into the cover on Slaughter, and that is what I call a quick, decisive victory. That's what I'm talking about, man. Hell yeah.
Here is your winner, Bryce Walker.
Season 5 might just be this guy's season. He might turn things around. Sergeant Slaughter got destroyed here tonight. And as I said at the start of this match, not the same rookie that Slaughter faced off against back in Bryce's debut. Not even close. This guy has developed so much in the last almost year he's been a part of the Raw roster. Wow, congratulations on a quick and decisive victory over Sergeant Slaughter. As we move on up next, we find out who will be challenging for the World Heavyweight Championship at Extreme Rules. The former champion John Cena meets a long-time former ally / enemy in Booker T.
Can you dig it, sucker?
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Houston, Texas, weighing 256 pounds, Booker T.
And this guy made one hell of a return back at WrestleMania. I just about jumped out of my seat when I heard that song kick in. Booker T back. Back on Monday nights. Dropping JBL with an axe kick and making it known that he is back here on Mondays. And of course, Booker T was injured during JBL's WWE Championship reign. That was actually a very serious injury. We weren't sure if Booker would be able to return from it. But he is back. He is more motivated than ever. And maybe at long last a world championship is on the horizon for Booker T. I would hope so. Booker T would make a incredible World Heavyweight Champion. I make no doubts about that. I think it's very early days for Edge as World Heavyweight Champion, which is normally the make or break part of a run. You know, is Edge destined to have a run akin to The Rock's WWE Championship record-setting run, or will it be very short-lived? You don't really know just yet. We have seen a lot of very short-lived reigns, including unfortunately John Cena's Royal Rumble to WrestleMania. Not a bad span of time, only one defense during all of that.
And approaching the ring from West Newbury, Massachusetts, weighing 251 pounds, Cena.
There he is, everybody. Big Match John on Monday nights, and we saw him represent Raw in the draft this last Friday on SmackDown. He went up against SmackDown's draft pick Daniel Bryan. They basically traded places and represented their brands on Raw, and on SmackDown. And John Cena actually suffered a loss. Cena, I believe, lost twice in draft week, if I'm not mistaken. He lost representing SmackDown on the Monday Night Raw, and then he lost representing Raw on SmackDown. So right now, John Cena, obviously, I mean, maybe the loss at WrestleMania has taken a toll on John Cena. I don't know. I actually don't remember who he lost to on Raw last week in the draft match just now. I don't know why. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure he lost. I'm pretty sure John Cena lost on Raw. And Cena going straight in, wasting no time there. Tie up immediately there. Booker managing to get control. We're halfway through tonight's show with this matchup up next. Wolfe Kessler makes his Raw debut up against the returning Sheamus. And of course, let's not forget that while Sheamus had a very bad Season 4 during his time on SmackDown, Sheamus is undeniably one of Raw's most iconic superstars in history. And I'm very interested to see Sheamus return here tonight, especially with the World Heavyweight title back here on Monday nights. It's going to feel right at home for Sheamus, the still record holder for the longest World Heavyweight Championship reign of all time, 154 days, which is surprisingly not that long, but the World Heavyweight Championship has changed hands a lot over time, and I would actually be very happy to see Edge break Sheamus's record this season. But obviously that's a matter of if, not a matter of when. We don't know when that will happen, when someone will beat Sheamus's record. I'd like to imagine eventually someone's going to hold the championship for longer than just under half a year. But surprisingly, that has not happened yet. I tell you, I think Cody's making a mistake tonight, by the way. He was prompted, I was told, by the way, talking about tonight's main event, Cody was prompted, he was asked, Cody, you have the opportunity right now to go for any championship you want on Monday Night Raw. You can get your rematch with Randy Orton at Extreme Rules. You can face off against the World Heavyweight Champion Edge if you were to win a contenders match, which was initially the plan here tonight. It was supposed to be Cody against John Cena. should he have chosen. You can even face against Diesel for the European Championship. Any title you want. And Cody said, well, I have a partner just dying to team up with me here tonight. And I would love an opportunity at the World Tag Team Championships. A title that Cody Rhodes, I believe, has held before a very long time ago. So we'll see about that. He drops that elbow down on the head of John Cena, and Booker drop down. I imagine this is probably going to be one of our longer matches here tonight. Nothing going to quite beat the tag team match in terms of length, though. I'll tell you that now. That is going to be a long match, our main event tonight. And that's why it's the main event. It's because main event should probably go long, unlike last week's Raw. Bing chilling. Why is he talking about his Chinese language skills? Oh, big slap across the face of John Cena. Yeah, hopefully the audio is okay for this, because I don't actually know if it's loud enough. It feels like it's too quiet, because I remember last time I recorded this, not that it's a bad thing, but I remember last time I recorded this, I was like shouting over the commentators. They were driving me nuts. Whereas they feel really quiet. I don't know why. For some reason, this game slowed it in like way quieter this time. Normally when I play this, it's like super loud, but it's actually not at the moment. So hopefully it's okay. Sounds more like how 14 sounded, I think, which is probably about the sweet spot that I want. Because if it's too loud, I get copyright claims for the music. Undertaker's theme literally means I don't get to monetize WrestleMania, which was awesome, by the way. All those hours of work for nothing. Big fist drop across the face of Booker T. However, attempt off the 5-knuckle shuffle, and he kicks out. That's because you don't go for the pin after a 5-knuckle shuffle, Cena. You never have. Scoops Booker up, and an attitude adjustment by John Cena. That, I think, might be it. Booker might be finished already. There you go. Well, John Cena gets a World Heavyweight Championship rematch at Extreme Rules. That was surprisingly short-lived, actually. I'm a little disappointed by how short-lived that was. I guess it's entirely possible that Booker T has a little bit of ring rust. It's definitely been some time since we've seen Booker T in competition here on Raw. He definitely seemed like he had a bit of a struggle against JBL at WrestleMania, so I guess, yeah, maybe he just needs to ease himself back into the active competitive scene. But I hope this isn't the end of the run for Booker T going for a world championship. Obviously, for now, I'd say he's been knocked down a little bit, but I think he can bounce back from this. Either way, John Cena will meet Edge in a rematch for the World Heavyweight Championship at Extreme Rules, and with that, I would imagine there'll be some kind of special stipulation at Extreme Rules, so I'll be sure to let you know all about that once we have our answers. I thought he put his middle finger in. I was very shocked for a minute.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Indiana, Wolfe.
Well, Wolfe Kessler is officially a part of the Raw roster, and he had a pretty decent run over on NXT. He's a two-time NXT Tag Team Champion. But this is his debut match here on Raw. And I want to quickly correct myself on something, by the way. I've been saying Extreme Rules this whole time. I forgot. I don't have to stick to just the in-game calendar events anymore. So let me correct myself, because I hate gimmick pay-per-views. The next event will be Backlash coming your way. That's right. We're having Backlash coming your way. Just like in October, instead of Hell in a Cell, we'll be seeing Vengeance make a return this year. And in December, instead of TLC, we'll be seeing Armageddon. I did consider using Bad Blood, but it has 2003 and 2004 written on the entryway, so it's like, maybe not. That would bug me too much.
From Dublin, Ireland, weighing 267 pounds, the Celtic Warrior, Sheamus.
I thought I'd quickly explain that just in case anyone is like, hang on a minute, why aren't you using Bad Blood? Literally, I know that's like the most minor problem ever, but that would bug me so much. Because initially I was going to use Bad Blood instead of Vengeance, but to be honest, I didn't really like the way the stages for Bad Blood looked either. I do like the old school stages, but I thought that one looked actually just a little too bland. Yes, it'll be Backlash. Sorry, not Extreme Rules. Backlash. I don't like gimmick events. I never did. It really does ruin the appeal and specialty of like Hell in a Cell matches and stuff. They should be feud-ending matches, not like things that just randomly get slotted in the middle of a show. Left hand's coming across the face of Sheamus here. I don't know why this happens, by the way, this like stuttering here. Only happens when I play this game. And I think it's to do with me maybe tabbing out too many times. I'm not too sure. I would play this in full screen, but I'd be too worried about the recording screwing up. So hopefully the game still looks fine despite that. This should look really good, I mean, especially compared to how 14 looked anyway. That's a very important matchup for Wolfe here tonight. Oh, as he makes his return, oh sorry, his debut on Raw. This is very important about making a good impression, but also for Sheamus tonight, this is very important, which is what I kind of slipped and said a second ago. This is his return here to Monday nights, and he's really looking to turn things around for himself after how bad things have been for him over on SmackDown. Wolfe is really making sure that Sheamus does not get off to that great of a start here. God, imagine that, the boys winning on Raw. That'd be crazy. Sheamus, uh-oh. Bad place to be in, Wolfe. And 10, there you go. 10 strikes to the chest, one after the other. That has a name, but I don't actually know what it is. I've heard it a lot of times, but I don't know what the word is. 10 beats of the meat. And Sheamus striking down there. I don't know how I feel about this gear on Sheamus, by the way. I just want to comment on this real quick. What the hell is that attire? That's his default. There are multiple Sheamuses in this game, of course. But this was the, like, default, like, in-game, up-to-date one. That is a weird attire. We're going to be seeing a lot of it, though, so I guess I got to get used to it. I feel like the orange on orange is a weird choice. That feels like Superstar threads. Okay. Wolfe with the run and nothing. Of course, up next, Evolution are in our main event up against Cody Rhodes and a partner of his choosing. World Tag Title opportunity on the line. They'll be facing off against the Brothers of Destruction at Backlash. And I gotta say, I do not like the odds of either team, really. I mean, the Evolution obviously coming up short. Triple H and Batista were unable to defeat Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. Cody Rhodes, well, based on his time with Randy Orton, he doesn't have a great track record with tag partners. I mean, obviously, Ted didn't exactly work out too great in the long run either. Technical Wolfe here tonight. He's gone very speedy. In spite of this guy's incredible stature. I say this every time, but it's very rare that you see someone like Sheamus outsized until he gets in the ring with Wolfe. This guy is huge. 7 foot, by the way. I hope we get Wolfe versus Diesel down the line for the European Championship. Now, wouldn't that be something? Choke slam. And Sheamus. Oh, my God. That doesn't work for me, dude. Wolfe back into the ring. I don't know if that was his finisher move, that choke slam, but Sheamus said absolutely not. Sheamus showing off his strength here. Okay, I really thought we were going to see the Irish curse from that, but I guess not Irish curse. White noise. I don't actually think it's called white noise anymore. I think he calls the other move Irish. Is it right? Does he call the other move Irish curse? Or has it always been the Uranagi over the knee? That's the Irish curse. Wolfe really likes that takedown. It's very smooth. I understand. Sweeps his leg out and a big elbow drop. That was almost Andre style, that one. And another one. Sheamus definitely one of the character models in 2K15 that look really good, actually. That's a really good character model. I think when they have facial hair, they look fine. I think it's people like The Miz, for example, was the example I gave initially. Look really off because they get like weird face wrinkles when they express. But I think like is more realistic. It's just too extreme in this one. Cover attempt. Oh my God! I thought that was it for a second. Oh. Hit him in slow motion there and into the corner. Referee getting right in the way, but thankfully moves. I hate that we replaced the referee before we replaced Justin Roberts. It's kind of messed up. We need to replace Justin Roberts ASAP, I'm telling you. He didn't even do anything. I just can't stand him. Actually, he definitely did something, but I won't talk about that on a video.
Oh no. Wait a minute, Cole. What's he gonna do here?
Sheamus stretching out Wolfe here. Is this going to be enough? If it was season 4, you guys are going to miss hearing me say that. I know it. I know it. I get comments every now and then on the videos where they're like, nobody literally ditched season 4, season 4. You know what? You're going to miss that, all right? I'm telling you now. When you see a stretch and you don't hear me go season 4, you are going to miss it eventually.
Sheamus feeling the lockup.
I did say it a lot, though. I was hoping, like, people enjoyed it. I don't really know if anyone did or not. It was supposed to be a bit, a recurring bit. Oh, my God! Okay, whoa! Sheamus gave everything he had into that bro kick, but it looks like he took himself out. Wolfe still laid out, Sheamus. Oh, too bad. Man, that sucks. Well, Sheamus getting Wolfe down to the mat, and he's saying, I hit you with bro kick. You're still done. And he's right. Okay, well, fair enough. That's a good debut for Wolfe, but obviously this was a very difficult first opponent, and respect shown and accepted. Wolfe and Sheamus showing respect to each other here tonight. Good debut match for Wolfe, good showing in Sheamus' return, and Sheamus finally picking up a win. Maybe Raw is what he needed, and maybe this isn't the last we've seen of these two. Well, ignore that Raw logo in the corner, because we're not done. We have one more match here. I don't know if that's been shown up at the end of every match. We still got one more match here tonight. Tag Team Championship Contenders match up next.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, accompanied by the Animal Batista,
Wait a minute.
representing Evolution, and a total combined weight of 490 pounds, Triple H and Randy Orton.
What a superstar.
It seems like we've got a little bit of a bait and switch here tonight. Randy Orton has opted into competing tonight. This is not a contention for Randy Orton if he wins, by the way. Orton cannot hold the World Tag Team and United States Championship. The title match itself, if these two win, will have to be Batista and Triple H. But I guess Evolution are trying something different here tonight. Or maybe this is because Cody is competing in this match, and Orton wants to get his hands on Cody once again. As if WrestleMania and the road to WrestleMania wasn't enough. Well, it is crazy to believe that this trio is officially a part of Monday nights, and I honestly feel bad for the people that have to cross them. Yes, they may have gone off to a bad start, having lost to the Usos last week on Raw and having lost at WrestleMania, but I'm telling you now, this trio is stacked, and I feel for anyone who has to get across the ring from them. Perhaps that's why they're trying something different with Orton in the match here tonight. Putting their best foot forward. Oh! Oh no, not this mashup. Oh, I forgot about this mashup. No. Not this shitty mashup. Well, it seems like Goldust is back, the brother of Cody Rhodes.
And their opponents, Cody Rhodes and Goldust.
Wow, this is definitely a big deal. I mean, obviously, I mentioned last week that Goldust was eligible in the draft. He was listed as a part of the Raw roster. This is our confirmation that he was not drafted. And obviously for Cody, this would be a huge privilege to get to team up with his brother Goldust. And I believe that is exactly why Cody chose this over a world title opportunity. This guy is focused on what matters most to him right now, and that is family. God, this mashup. What were they thinking when they made these? There's another mashup that we might end up hearing in this, and oh boy, I hope we don't, but we might. Tag made a Goldust to start things off. High fives from all across the board and an Alabama slam. What a way to start things off for the former U.S. champion, going straight for Randy Orton, the man that beat him at WrestleMania for that United States Championship. Cody Rhodes obviously has not forgiven or forgotten, and it is no surprise to see that it is these two starting things off here tonight. Goldust getting involved now. A big chop across the chest of Randy Orton. And I can tell you now, if the Brotherhood lose in their debut match here tonight, Cody Rhodes is still absolutely due a rematch against Randy Orton if he wants it at Extreme Rules, because you don't hold the championship from SummerSlam to WrestleMania and not have a rematch clause. Also, unlike Edge and the John Cena, the end of the World Championship, these guys were on Raw before the draft, and they're on Raw after the draft. So it's good to see the tag division starting to actually be fleshed out once again after how much it had dwindled down towards the end of Season 4. With the Brotherhood, we got Evolution, we got the Usos. I guess we have the Triangle of Terror if you want to count them. And we got the Brothers of Destruction. That's a lot of tag teams already. I mean, obviously, you don't need too many. We don't have that many tag matches on Raw, but... and SmackDown as well, but... I believe, to my understanding, there's about 5 teams on every brand, including NXT. One-on-one matchup between Cody Rhodes and Triple H. And why is Cody looking very yellow? I mean, obviously, I know his gear's gold. I'm not talking about that. Like, why does he look sick? What's up with his skin? He doesn't look tanned. He looks kind of yellow. His face doesn't. Just his body. It's really strange. Well, Cody Rhodes is coming off the heels of an incredible United States Championship reign. I'm really glad to see you finally shaved that mustache off. I was getting real sick of that thing. Goldust making his return here tonight, and what a privilege this is for these two to be teaming up. I believe this is the first time here tonight. And by the way, can I just say, I'm sure no one would argue with me on this, but goated, absolutely goated face paint Goldust has got right now. Love that. Darth Maul, Goldust, best Goldust. Cody throwing Triple H into the corner so many times there. And the crossbody, not really though. Kind of got the legs more. And now Goldust into the cover. Of course, don't forget this is a tag match, so this one's gonna go long. Absolutely. And that was about the season premiere episode of NXT last week. That was crazy, by the way. Final cut by Goldust and Triple H. They are wasting no time getting them big moves in. That was about last week's NXT. We saw Rey Mysterio up against debuting Corey Graves. We saw Adrian Neville and Sami Zayn going one-on-one. Oh, it's crazy. Of course, the Ascension made their debut. That was awesome. Defeating Adam Rose and Xavier Woods. I'm looking forward to this week's NXT. We got the NXT Championship on the line. Big E versus Rey Mysterio. And former tag team, speaking of tag teams, former tag team here on Raw, the Real Americans. As I mentioned last week on Raw, they're officially moved over to NXT. They'll be in the NXT Tag Team Championship Tournament, facing off against 2 superstars that also used to be here on Raw, Justin Gabriel and Tyson Kidd. Making their tag team debut. This should be really cool to see. Goldust sending Orton into the corner, and Goldust realizes how much Cody's gonna want to get in that ring with Orton. Cover attempt here, Triple H coming across the ring, and obviously I'll tell you one thing: the Brotherhood have a disadvantage right now, and that is Batista is going to be a factor in this match. Cody coming off the ropes. Ooh, might have gotten a little too ahead of himself there. Orton and Cody had a pretty great match at WrestleMania, but I think it came to a lot of people. I'd say it wouldn't come to a lot of people's surprise that Orton ended up coming out with the United States Championship. This is Orton's first U.S. Championship reign. In fact, this is Orton's first reign that is not a world title. Oh boy. Dropping him flat on the back of his neck. Orton dropping down Cody Rhodes. Looking a little winded. By the way, speaking of champions and Raw, I'm pleased to announce that the firing and the legal situation with Kevin Nash being removed from Raw by Hulk Hogan, that has passed with the change of the seasons, and he's no longer going to be under the name Diesel. He's back to being called Kevin Nash. Just wanted to make that abundantly clear. Orton dropping a suplex there. And it's in the European Champion actually this season so far. I mean, obviously we've only had two nights of Raw, and this is the first one properly with the Raw roster. Nash was one of the 2 champions that was on Raw that didn't get drafted. So him and the US champion Randy Orton remain here on Raw. Obviously, we've seen Edge, Brothers of Destruction are a part of the Raw roster. I don't know when we'll be seeing them in action. They're kind of more of an anomaly, you know. You see the Brothers of Destruction from time to time, but not too often. Cover attempt. Stomping on the back of Triple H. Obviously, if you're new here and you're wondering why there's no women on Raw, it's to do with just how limited the roster is in these games. It was a choice I made a while back. I felt like NXT's got a smaller roster anyway, so it helped beef up that one's roster, and I thought we'll just put the women's division in NXT until I believe the next season we'll be able to maybe do something a little more with them. I'm not positive, but we might be able to do something more with the women from the next season onwards, because that's when the women's revolution really started. 15, it was kind of getting underway when this game came out, but it wasn't really there yet. I'm pretty sure 16 has some big omissions, though. I'm pretty sure, like, Charlotte Flair's not in 16. I don't think Becky... I don't think any of the 4 horsewomen are in 16, actually. I might be wrong about that, but I don't think they are. Let me have a look here out of curiosity. Hopefully I don't miss the finish of this match. Yeah, I think it's 17. I think it was still the Divas Championship in 16. Have a look here. Well, it says Divas, it doesn't say Women's on the SmackDown Hotel page, so that kind of tells me a lot. Yeah. Like, you got Paige and Emma, so that's the early era of it, but yeah, none of the NXT women are on that one. By the way, just want to address that as well. I'll probably mention this on NXT as well because I'll need to. But for anyone who's curious, Paige isn't in the PC version of this. So if you're like wondering why I'm not using her in NXT, that's why. I don't know why she just got left out of the PC one. I genuinely, I have no idea. I'm sure there's a reason if you look into it, but I never really knew why.
Orton might just about be done here.
Leg sweep takes down Goldust. You are not the face of WWE. Who? Who? Who was that sign at? What? I don't remember this time period of WWE. This is one of the worst time periods ever. I don't remember it. 2013 to like 2020? 2021? That's a lot of bad periods. Alabama slam. Oh, down goes Randy Orton. Second time Cody's hit that move on Orton, and second time Triple H has broken things up. I wonder if that would have been the finish had it not been for Triple H. Into the ropes. Orton does press. Batista looking on, soulless. What's crazy is Orton is competing on Batista's behalf here tonight. I mentioned this before, but obviously Orton can't go for the tag team titles at Backlash. So this is an interesting one. Batista is fighting on. Orton is fighting on Batista's behalf for a tag title opportunity at Backlash. We say at first glance, when you look at them, I gotta give the odds on to be like a team that could beat the Brothers of Destruction. I gotta give that to Evolution. I definitely think Cody could do it. He's been an incredible underdog, but there's no doubt in my mind their evolution, they'd find a way. They definitely feel very up there. Goldust, I think, still has a lot to prove, unfortunately. I'm not trying to talk smack on Goldust. He's an incredible superstar, very talented, but obviously we didn't really see a whole lot of him in his initial runs from season 1 to 3. That time away in season 4 might have been enough to turn things around for Goldust's career. Cody covering off the Bulldog, just a 2, and the only way you're going to win this match is if the opponent's partner just very slowly walks across the ring like Triple H did. That's the only way you're going to win very easily in this one. If you get underestimated by the slow walk.
He saw that one coming.
Orton. Olympic Slam. And no, okay, I thought he was going to go for cover there. Orton now T-bone suplex. Just throwing Cody across that ring. What's he going to do now? Uh-oh. Orton setting up. That rope hung DDT. Got him. That can't be good. That cannot be good. Cody is convulsing. What's going on with his arm? Season 4, season 4. No, I'm kidding. Got the chin lock here. I mean, it could be the finish. And it is. You know what? It's fine. I don't like generic submissions winning too often. But I think they are a lot less in this season. 2. Well, Orton just made Cody tap out. And with that, he earned Batista and Triple H a title opportunity at Backlash. And I would imagine this is not the last we have seen of Cody versus Orton. I think Cody, I'm telling you now, Cody, use that rematch clause. Make it happen. We need to see Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton in a rematch at Backlash. Please, please, somebody out there, make it happen. Well, anyway, Batista and Triple H are victorious here tonight. Well, Randy Orton and Triple H victorious tonight, but it will be Batista and Triple H facing off against the Brothers of Destruction at Backlash. And this could be exactly the kind of challenge that the Brothers of Destruction have been looking for. Thank you for watching this episode of Raw. I will see you on NXT.